Hey guys, it's Fightflow. Esch, better known as Butterbean, is without a doubt one of the most prominent fighters in the history of combat sports. At his prime, this guy weighed nearly 400 pounds. Yet he still competed at the highest levels in both boxing and MMA. Straight out of Alabama, Butterbean never let anyone tell him he was too heavy to go toe-to-toe with elite athletes. Nah, he did it with pride, and never even considered slimming down. He owned who he was, and brought it every time he stepped into the ring or octagon. So enough talk, let's take a look at some of his most iconic bouts.
Did home, but it was short. That one got there. Right hand lead.
Let's start with Butterbean's fight against James Thompson. Now, Thompson was pretty cocky before this one. Tall, shredded, and walking around like he owned the world. He looked at Butterbean like he was just some chubby punching bag, who'd get punished for even daring to step into the cage with him. A savage-looking guy for sure. Just listen to what both of them had to say before the fight.
Butterbean, I know you've come a long way, so I'm going to do you a favour. I'm going to make it quick, clean and relatively painful. I just want you to sit back, close your eyes, think of McDonald's and it'll all be over.
You know, if he would go toe-to-toe with me, that'd be the most remarkable fight of the night, without a doubt.
Thompson was clearly ready to finish Butterbean quickly. He probably had a Happy Meal lined up as a consolation prize. Like, sorry I destroyed you, pal. Here's a cheeseburger, so you don't cry too hard. Butterbean though, calm, ready to rumble. Meanwhile, Thompson's mean-mugging the camera, like he's about to go full berserker mode. And the face-off, classic. Butterbean's looking at Thompson like a disappointed father about to hand out an ass-whooping to his son, who's been bad-mouthing him behind his back.
Let's touch gloves, get ready for war. Right back, guys.
Whoa.
Then the fight starts. Butterbean comes forward slowly, like he's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders, which, fair enough, he kind of is. The man is 3 times the size of a regular human being. Imagine walking around with 3 people strapped to your body. You try moving fast, you selfish bastards. But this fight doesn't last long. Butterbean makes a slow but powerful rush, like a tank. He starts swinging like a windmill.
James has to be very careful and keep that left hand up high.
That's a big if, and I think that there it is.
There you go.
There it is. Oh, that's about it. I mean, that's about it. Butterbean has done it.
Thompson's still looking for the takedown. I don't think he's quite aware.
And boom, lights out for Mr. Thompson. Thompson is in total disbelief. The ref is hugging him like, hey, it's okay, big guy, next time you'll get him for sure. But even Thompson knows there won't be a next time after that kind of performance.
There's the big right that I was talking about, guys. It landed sweet.
Lands it again, too. Right about there. Oh.
It was just a clip across the nose, wasn't it? Oh, it didn't land clean.
Yeah, but he doesn't stop it until, you know, I can see how people might get a little angry that was a little early because James wasn't knocked out.
And it clipped him on the nose. I don't think it actually...
And that trophy they gave Butterbean afterward. Man, it's wild how wins used to feel special back in the day. Nowadays, even in UFC contender fights, it's like, oh, you won? Cool. Go buy yourself a chocolate medal or something. All in all, impressive performance by Butterbean.
And then I just went in for the kill. When I go in, I just don't stop. Just like James don't. When James comes to fight, he comes to fight. And, you know, I think when he went down, I hit him and stunned him a little bit.
Fantastic. Put your hands together for Butterbean!
Now let's take a look at Butterbean's fight with Cabbage. And this one had some pretty unique rules. Only 15 seconds allowed on the ground. Because let's be real, it's hard to get up from the ground when you're carrying as much weight as Butterbean. The fight starts and Cabbage opens with a front kick to the face. He pulls off that classic trick-or-treat, smell my feet move. Butterbean doesn't appreciate that at all. He tries to answer with his own strike. But Cabbage hits him with a hard leg kick and Butterbean calms down real quick. Cabbage's tactic is clear. Hurt that leg. Butterbean is a boxer, and as we know, boxers don't typically like to block or counter leg kicks. They usually just eat them like a fat kid eats candies. But then Butterbean fires back with a leg kick of his own and follows it up with a barrage of punches.
Yes, he did. He took some big shots, a big combination from Butterbean.
You know what? The Cabbage doing really good. Keeping his...
Cabbage tying him up. That's what he has to do against the fence.
They clinch briefly and Cabbage managed to take Butterbean down. But remember, he only has 15 seconds to work.
He's got 15 seconds. He's pounding up Butterbean. He's got to finish him. Cabbage is trying to hit him with everything he's got. Now he's got to stand him up. That's the end of the 15 seconds.
Still, Butterbean is pissed. He didn't sign up to get tossed around like that. Cabbage keeps targeting the leg, but Butterbean isn't playing anymore. He's got one plan now: knock Cabbage's head clean off his shoulders.
Not sure. I mean, Cabbage is doing really well. I like the way he's keeping his distance. It scares me the way he boxes with that left down, but he's doing very well.
Good job by Butterbean.
Oh, look at that elbow ran right.
Everyone's just like, there's a nice kick. Oh, right hand lands by Butterbean.
Oh, beautiful knee.
Cabbage
Beautiful
with some
knee.
knees. Butterbean with some right hands. Frantic pace in this first round.
They clinch again, and this time Cabbage goes off with punches and elbows.
Cabbage Correa.
I was scared a little bit.
Nice knee by
Beautiful.
Cabbage. Knee to the belly, but I don't even know if that even hurt.
Oh, elbow.
Nice elbow.
Then the ref steps in pretty fast, almost like he's saying to Cabbage, "Don't hurt this man too much. These weird rules exist for a reason." They reset to the center of the octagon, but Cabbage doesn't care. He goes right back into the clinch and starts landing more nasty elbows.
Rico's standing up watching this. Oh, Cabbage working the body now. Cabbage landed. Oh, Butterbean lands a left-right combination.
It's a crazy fight. For the rest of this round, it's all clinching and bombs. They're trading shots like they're locked in a phone booth, and only one man is getting out alive.
And throwing in the elbow over the top.
Good left, the dirty boxing off the clinch. Nice left by Cabbage.
Cabbage is doing very well.
Oh, good elbow by Cabbage.
I was a little nervous, but now...
Another elbow lands. Oh, Cabbage,
okay.
Nice combination. Butterbean might be hurt a little bit. Butterbean trying to work the body. Cabbage throwing everything he's got. Here comes Butterbean with the right hand. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Cabbage, another shot to the body.
Look at Butterbean's just taunting. He's just like, come on. I mean, you got BJ Penn screaming, Troy screaming in the corner.
Oh, nice knee by Cabbage. Up to hits the Butterbean in the chin. Wow.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Round 2 starts, and again, Cabbage targets those leg kicks. Butterbean clearly doesn't like them, but he's doing his best to hide it. At least this round he's trying to counter them.
Can you take down a...
That's looking... But now,
right hand by Butterbean.
At one point, Butterbean drops his hands and tries to bait Cabbage, like he's saying, "Come on bro, enough of the leg kicks, try to get my chin." But Cabbage is smart, he knows he can't go punch for punch with Butterbean, so he's like, "Nah, I'm good where I'm at." But by the middle of the second round, Butterbean has had enough. He charges in and starts throwing heavy bombs that nearly drop Cabbage.
Nice knee by Cabbage. Here comes Butterbean.
hold him till you get your marbles back.
Yeah, you got it. But he's doing the smart thing. Cabbage is moving him against the fence.
And what does Cabbage do? Exactly, he goes right back to the clinch, hugging up Butterbean near the cage. Both fighters start trading shots in the clinch, and it actually looks like Butterbean started to take over that game.
Butterbean to keep him high, because it looked like the Immagloni. Oh, good combination by Butterbean. Oh, another one. Cabbage cannot continue to eat those. Butterbean's going off now.
Yeah, the Cabbage is just staying there and trading.
Yeah, he is. Oh, good elbow there by Cabbage. Yeah, but you don't want to stand and trade with too many of those, though.
Then something strange happens. Cabbage's face suddenly twists in pain, like he just remembered he forgot to wish his wife a happy birthday, and now he's about to catch a second ass whooping when he gets home. Commentators assumed that pain was from body shots Butterbean landed, but nah, it was something else.
Right now, he's wincing in pain. I'm not sure what it was, but I mean, those thunderous shots will take their toll.
As the second round ends, it becomes clear. Cabbage broke his arm. The doctor steps in, checks it, and calls the fight. Butterbean wins by TKO. And here's the craziest part. Cabbage apparently broke his arm while elbowing Butterbean in the face.
You got a broken arm though from this whole thing. What happened? How did you break the arm?
From the elbows.
Those elbows you landed in the clinch?
Yeah.
He's got a hard head then.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like a bowling ball.
I got a hard head. I'm from Alabama. Come on. I get hit for a living.
Yeah, those Alabama boys are a different breed. Honestly, I would love to see a third round in that fight. But hey, it is what it is. Now let's take a look at one of the most exciting Butterbean fights in boxing. His showdown against the legendary Larry Holmes. The fight starts and Holmes immediately begins dancing around the ring, teasing Butterbean like, "Yeah, you're never gonna catch this footwork, son. Chill out bro, you're not Muhammad Ali." Anyway, round 1 is pure madness. Both fighters start trading heavy shots like it's the first and last round of the fight. It's intense, wild, and surprisingly close.
Just missing there was Butterbean. Without looking like, oh, there's the right. And when you're 52, you're going to take some time off in the fight for Holmes to come in.
Holmes does a great job working from range, snapping out that sharp jab. Meanwhile, Butterbean is landing some serious body shots and doing a solid job closing the distance. Larry's jab as crisp as it gets. Gotta give him credit there.
Telling shot, look at that. Right hand lead. Butterbean says, that's right, man. In the white trunks, Butterbean and Larry Holmes is mixing up his jabs. Well, you know, now, concession to Butterbean, the big experience concession from Butterbean to Holmes. Well, now, you know what? He's had. He would land one shot and effectively turn the fight and end it.
By round 5, Holmes opens up a cut over Butterbean's eye. But Butterbean doesn't even flinch. He keeps coming forward, launching bombs that look like they could send Holmes' head flying into the cheap seats.
Holmes. Here comes Butterbean. He's wailing away now. So here in round 5, cut over the eye of Butterbean.
By round 6, Holmes starts getting a little cocky. He's dropping his hands, even talking trash, yelling at Butterbean like, "Come on, motherfucker, I can do this all day."
The crowd's encouraging him.
By round 8, Butterbean is clearly frustrated. He even gestures to the ref like, "Yo, why is this dude running the whole time?" But to be fair, Holmes is doing a masterful job finding angles, moving smart, and countering Butterbean's brute force.
Holmes moves away from the right hand. Butterbean lands a couple of right hands. He's flailing away. Holmes with his hand on the ropes just trying to parry whatever Butterbean... Oh, that's the... Oh, my! Well, it didn't hurt Butterbean. The charge earlier in the round. If this is the last fight, Larry... Oh, left hook! Sends Holmes down. That's totally called by the referee.
The fight goes to the distance, and Holmes wins by unanimous decision. Still, no shame in losing to a legend like Larry Holmes. Butterbean held his own and made it one hell of a fight.
Let's hit there. You know what? No, not a knockdown. I stand corrected.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at what really happens when Butterbean steps into the cage with no shady 50-second ground rule, no protection, just raw MMA against one of Cage Rage's top heavyweights at the time, Rob Broughton. First off, check out Butterbean's entrance. Man looks like Kingpin walking in, ready to beat the brakes off Spider-Man, absolute unit. Respect where it's due, Butterbean wasn't in MMA looking for easy wins, he wanted the best. And Rob Broughton, a huge dude, legit heavyweight contender, no joke. Round 1, the fight starts and Rob wastes zero time. Shots in, gets the takedown with ease. Painful easy.
Oh, there it is! There's the takedown! Butterbean couldn't block the low single leg.
You'd think taking down someone that massive would be tough, but hey, gravity doesn't work like that. Butterbean struggles to get up, but credit to him, that size isn't just dead weight. Rob has to work to keep him down. Bean managed to get back to his feet, and they trade a few shots.
Rob Broughton's got to get on top here. Rob Broughton's got to hustle. It's back to standing. This favors Butterbean. A low kick would be good too.
For a second, it's looking spicy. Then Rob goes for another takedown. This time, Butterbean actually stops it. Huge moment. But Rob adjusts, stays at kicking range, avoids trading power shots.
Broughton shouldn't even think about the right hand. Just use the jab. Let Butterbean get tired throwing that wild right hand. If that wild right hand lands, it could be the end. Good low kick there by Broughton.
And bam, another slick low single leg takedown.
Okay, Broughton going for the arm.
Maybe looking for an armbar.
But he's got the fence behind him. He won't be able to roll all the way out.
Butterbean scrambles, briefly gets into a better position, but Rob reclaims top control.
Is going to present a problem for Broughton, who pops out now.
Butterbean takes to the back.
Butterbean. See, the mounted position is not going to work with Butterbean because of his anatomy.
By the end of the round, Butterbean's looking like a stranded elephant seal down there. Just can't get back up. Round ends with Rob in control.
Butterbean struggling on the bottom. You can tell that he's relatively new at ground fighting by his feet position and his leg position.
We're almost at the end of the first round, guys.
And there it is, Rob.
Second round starts and Butterbean's already gassed. That grappling drain is real, folks. They stand and trade for a bit. Bean still has that power, but Rob's smart, avoids danger.
He can just fall down and couldn't get back up and the fight would be over.
Left hook now he changes, and Butterbean trying to lure him in, that's what he wants.
A little bit of a mess cosmetically, but...
Then, like clockwork, another single leg takedown. Textbook. This time Rob turns up the heat. Ground and pound starts.
But what can Butterbean do? He's not mobile enough. He's going to spin out like that. Butterbean is not mobile enough to do damage.
Carrying too much weight.
Now the choke is going to be really
He's
difficult.
tapped. He's tapped.
Oh, look at this!
It's all over.
And Butterbean's had enough. He taps to strikes. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how big, heavy or powerful you are. Skill beats size and technique beats strength almost every time.
We had a Humpty Dumpty situation, and once he fell down he couldn't get back up and he couldn't defend. What happened here was we had a star in Butterbean.
That's it for today, folks. Don't forget to like, subscribe and drop a comment. As always, all the best, God bless, and I'm out.